So there's likely going to be a PlayStation 5 shortage this holiday season. Having spoken to a number of sources at Sony, Bloomberg is reporting that the company will not be meeting the production volume they saw during the PS4's launch for the upcoming PlayStation 5. What's really interesting, though, is Sony is saying that the manufacturing slowdown isn't necessarily a direct impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, but instead of the high cost and scarcity of the console's internal components, which is driving the cost of production up. What has been impacted by the virus is Sony's promotional campaign for the PS5, which has been understandably low-key. There was that deep dive with Mark Cerny on the PlayStation 5's architecture, and then of course the recent DualSense controller reveal. Bloomberg's report goes on to say that Sony says it would only be making 5 to 6 million consoles by the end of March 2021. So it's worth noting that they sold 7.5 million units during the PS4's first 2 quarters. That increase in production costs that we're talking about could also lead to a higher price at launch, with some analysts suggesting a retail price of up to $550. Now, pricing has never been Sony's strong suit, though of course these are unique circumstances. But I think we all remember the PlayStation 3 60GB launch of $600 that did not sit well with anyone. So perhaps this does mean we will see a PlayStation 5 this year after all, just in smaller numbers. Of course, a further delay is also possible, but it's really tough for any console manufacturer to skip over that all too crucial holiday season. But really, this should not be much of a surprise to anyone. Because of how impacted the planet's supply chain has been, shortages of consoles should be expected. And in reality, what good is a brand new game console if there aren't going to be any games to play on it? Because just like hardware manufacturing, game development has taken a serious hit as well. There's been plenty of delays now, and more are coming. It's going to be a while before things are back to their normal production cycles, and I think that's probably going to lead to some serious deals to be had on consoles and games that are already out. So if you were waiting on the next-gen consoles to come out, maybe snagging a deal on a PS4 or Xbox One isn't such a bad idea anymore. That Bloomberg report suggests that price cuts could come to both the base and Pro models of the PS4 around the time the PS5 does launch. So I'm very curious to hear what you think about this report on these shortages.